Hi guys, today I would like to show you some of the mudras that we can use for self healing. Mudras are a form of expressing oneself with the help of hands and by the movement of the bodies. It need not be only those expressions that comes by the hands. It can be with the movement of the body also. They are used for originally mudras were used for uh, as part of dance or art forms or for coming into creative expression. But there are some mudras which we can practice for self healing. One of the ancient mudras called as Kechari mudra is something that we can all do without hands. That is done by the tongue basically. You can roll up your tongue to touch the upper part of the tongue inside your uh, mouth itself, and you can hold that for some time like 5 minutes or half an hour. I don't know people who are free to do all this can afford to spend time on this, but otherwise you can postpone that to do it in a time when it is convenient for you to do all this. This is called Kechari Mudra, and this actually what it does is it preserves your chakra system, your etheric body basically. You have to just roll up your tongue for touching the tip of your tongue in your innermost part of the mouth where the nostril is connected. And you have to hold the tongue there for at least 5 minutes to half an hour, whatever that is possible for you. Then the body will self heal itself and create what is called as the nectar for healing your toxins or your nervous system, and it will preserve the chakras and the etheric body to its original form. This is something that we can do with the help of mudras. Mudras need not be only uh, done by using hands or by movement of body. Those mudras are done as part of light language healing. For that we need to listen to those mudra light languages where they will show you how to open the crown chakra and how to open your solar plexus, your heart chakra, by expressing through it through mudras or light language. We can listen to that to come out of the reptilian fight or flight mentality, because uh, what will happen is there are a lot of natural healing mechanisms stored in our human body, which will get released only if you are grounded. If we act in a fight or flight manner, like a reptilian brain, then the body will not release those healing nectars stored in our body. And Kechari Mudra is an example that I have told to get relieved from all these reptilian way of thinking of fight or flight. Instead of that, we can come into a grounded state of mind and allow our body to release those good uh, chemicals saved in our own system to help us self heal ourselves. Now, there are various methods by which we can heal ourselves using this kind of sound And light is an excellent way of healing ourselves, as we are directly connected to the stars or our original ancestors that might be multidimensional. If we want to access our multidimensionality, then the best way to open up to our multidimensionality is by listening to sound healing videos. It could be listening to a singing bowl, for example, or it could be uh, seeing light, seeing various frequencies of light, like towards the upper spectrum of indigo, purple, violet. Those frequencies are all good if you listen or see. You can listen to sound and see light to heal yourselves. There are various healing frequencies which you can tracks can be downloaded from the internet. These are all techniques that we can use to heal ourselves. Today, I thought of helping you reprogram your subconscious mind by doing these small mudras, or listening to healing frequencies, or listening to light language is another example of healing yourselves. And light language is something that can be conveyed also through mudras, and by listening to that or seeing that or by practicing it, we can develop resilience in our body to self heal ourselves and activate our own frequencies of light from the universe, so that you will be open up to your original authentic self, and by listening to your higher self, and you can use intuition to connect your psychic gifts. Intuition and imagination always helps you, because by accessing your intuition, you are opposing the resistances that you are facing in life, and by opening up your psychic gifts, you are bringing awareness into the table by connecting to who you are and connecting to your own spirit guides, or angels or deities or ascended masters, for helping you uh, guide through the journey of your highest purpose in life, what you want to achieve in life. Now, imagining yourselves in a highest timeline where you are uh, being the best possible version of yourselves is always good. Other than intuition, imagining those things or visualizing these and telling affirmations will help you only when you take action to manifest those things in the physical. I think I've explained about all this in one topic earlier that I was talking about. And when it comes to sound frequency and light frequency, sound healing and light language healing both are excellent methods by which we can self heal ourselves. So you can try listening to those tracks that are available in the internet. Now I'm going to talk about how do we open our psychic abilities once you connect to our intuition. This was I think I had taken lot many sessions on these things before earlier also, but what I would like to talk about now is a little different, as this is not only the question of understanding what your psychic gifts could be hidden inside of you by certain talents which you would have already demonstrated in your earlier childhood, or something that you know. Now what I'm saying is we have to bring awareness into the table to help us open up to our feelings, thoughts, and emotions. Now, suppose you have a gift of using words, or you have the gift of using your hands, but you don't know how to use it. That is the uh, area that I'm trying to handle today. You might be having a gift of knowing others, knowing what is in the mind of others, which is called as claircognizance. And you might be having the gift of writing, but you don't know how to connect the gift of knowing others, what is in others' minds, and the gift of writing. And for that, you might try writing stories or poetry, or you might try, on a higher level, trying to guess what is in other people's minds, but still those things will not, that may not come to work. So there might be still hidden things which you need to explore, for which we can seek the help of tarot cards to help you what is saved in your hidden realms with the help of tarot. So there might be gifts with you from your past life, which we need to find out. And for that, we need to access the subconscious realms or hidden realms using tarot, and we'll be able to channel what your spirit guides and ascended masters are conveying to you. And this is something that will come from your etheric body. Once you tune up your etheric body and heal yourselves, then you can connect to us. It will be a little bit harsh for finding those things on your own without the help of any channels like tarot or crystals. For some people, if they meditate too deeply on these topics, their awareness will bring those gifts into the table. Like there might be hidden abilities, there might be healers from the past, there might be people who are singers from the past, there might be people who will be excellent with words, but they don't know what to do with that. And that is something that we need to find out. I mean, what is it that the so there might be indications coming from spirit guides or ascended masters. If we use tarot to channel your hidden gifts, we can actually create spreads for finding your true purpose in life and finding your hidden soul gifts. And the excellent way to do that is to be in connection with your guides, ancestors, deities, or ascended masters. After self healing yourself and being in a grounded state to open up to your intuition and having the ability to connect to your spirit guides, and uh, doing this kind of sound frequency healing or light language to open up your psychic abilities and find out what is the highest version of yourselves. Try to imagine yourselves being in a highest timeline where you will be bringing out the best in you, and then you will be able to download. So for some people, they might be able to download those information from the hidden realms, details about their past life gifts and their hidden purpose. For some people, we might have to go for past life readings. There is something called as wisdom clearing, which can be done once we do the soul readings of uh, soul groups. There might be people who might be interested in past life readings or past life regression to find out what has happened to them other than two lifetimes, just to know their soul gifts and the true life purpose. For such people, there is something called as wisdom clearing that can be done after doing their soul retrieval. I have explained earlier also, soul retrieval is a process of integrating your integrating and collection of your soul fragments from different dimensions and unifying it into one soul, which is what the soul is supposed to do in this lifetime. It is a fitment exercise of the soul for what the soul is carried out to do as life purpose in this incarnation. And once we do soul retrieval, there is something called as wisdom clearing that needs to be done. And uh, while we do wisdom clearing, we'll be able to access your past life records or Akashic records, and we'll be able to find out what is your true purpose in life and what are the soul gifts you have been assigned to do this life purpose with. So, certainly, intuition can point out us to what could be the possible gifts, but you might uh, need the help of a medium. A medium is not need not necessarily be a person. Even a tarot can channel what your soul guides and ascended masters are conveying to you. You can do those readings if you know how to use them. You can start learning tarot or how to use crystals. If you start using them, crystals or tarot or any divination tool, if, you can use for that purpose. They will help you find out what you are and do the wisdom clearing for this particular lifetime. We do soul readings for soul groups who are interested. We'll access their past life records, the subconscious labels, and help you in soul retrieval and wisdom clearing on finding out what is their true purpose for this particular lifetime, which is part of the soul retrieval journey. And once we do wisdom clearing, we'll be able to give you the exact identity that you are assumed to uh, follow in this lifetime. It is not something that once we remove the subconscious labels of typical typecasted you know archetypes like engineer, doctor, lawyer, businessman, this life purpose will be coming as different, and this will not be the identity that you are supposed to assume when it comes to what other people might think. But this would be what your authentic self or your soul wants in this lifetime, and it could be different from the conventional archetypes that we see in the world. And this could be mostly as a form of singer, healer, a teacher. I mean, it could be anything. It all depends on how your wisdom clearing is done. But the thing is that with the help of this wisdom clearing, you will be able to put your abilities into work and bring the highest potential in the current lifetime, so that you will not stick to any unwanted path, or following those ways which are repeating or having lot of resistance for you to face. It will be an easy path to follow, because you will, once you come to the highest potential, you will be more happy and joyful in your daily life. You will be enjoying the immediate moments in your life, because of the fact that you are simply following what your soul wants. So you will be able to let go of the past easily and focus on what is in the present, and just do what is required, being very mindful on following what is required to be done, and to enjoy the immediate scene, which is by being present in the now. So what will happen is, eventually you will become light. There will be no baggages or burdens from the past or from the past lives, and there will be no addictions, traumas. And mostly you can do heal yourselves using these mudras, or sound healing or light language healing. Or if you have physical or emotional trauma, then you can go for light language and sound healing. Those things are also being offered by us, and that will be free. But once you clear your wisdom clearing, and if you find your authentic purpose and your soul gifts, basically your soul retrieval is done for this particular lifetime. So then it will be much easier for you to let go of the past and focus on what is in the moment, and live joyous and more happily, because you don't have any burdens or baggage from the past, and you will be feeling very light to access your highest potential. And that is when most of the actions will be taken. The more light you become, you will tend to take more actions, towards shaping up your own future, and it will be a swift and steady movement and easy way of life once we uh, do the soul retrieval and do the wisdom clearing and access your uh, true life purpose, and having the knowledge of how to use the soul gifts and converting it into something that you're passionate about. Thank you.